I wanted to ask Taker if the story is true about him being banned from the state of Vermont.
Yeah, the great pancake caper.
The what? This show's done got me drinking.
The show's got you drinking?
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Happy Dad sent iced tea, hard iced tea.
Hard iced tea too now? How is that?
And this is the blueberry.
Is it tasty?
That's actually really good.
Is it good?
Yeah. And you got the Snoop Dogg line over there, the Death Row
brother.
Yeah, they got you the tall boy.
they know my method now.
you were running through them too quick.
Yeah, they were too. It kind of looked kind of crappy with all the empty cans sitting around. I think.
Man. So yeah, appreciate Happy Dad sponsoring this video, this episode. But
we survived, man. We survived. We survived Tex and Bear.
You know, Chris and Maven are always welcome, right? Like they could just knock on the door and just sit down.
Yeah, just come on in. Yeah.
Even Bear.
Yeah.
Wow, has Bear, man.
Is he not mellowed, right?
I don't know if he found Jesus or what, but he is really.
Yeah. I think because he feels so much better after his hip and knee surgeries.
Yeah.
I think he just.
But old Mideon.
I told you.
I'm telling you right now. I think the Mideon episode has hit like 200-something thousand views. Okay, like Godfather's is already over 600-something thousand and everything else. But both episodes phenomenal. Mideon's episode, 15-minute blocks. You know, you just need it in 15-minute blocks. Stretch, get some water.
Did you see? Did you see the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's how the Mideon episode is like a spinoff of Fear and Loathing, and
it's his life.
It is his life.
It is.
I love it.
Okay, hold on. I've got to read you the text that he sent me. So he sends me this text.
I don't read his text, but
when he texts me, I turn everything off, and I just focus on what he just sent me. Right.
That's gonna make him feel good.
I shot him a text of just some like pictures and everything else from the behind the scenes that we do here. He goes, "Hi, your ears must be ringing. I just finished watching the episode. Hilarious. Believe it or not, I don't remember most of it. I hope people like it. Mark seemed to enjoy it. Thanks again, buddy."
I don't remember most of it. And I don't think anybody will question that.
If people didn't recognize or realize, Dennis had a few substances before he
and I don't know what, but that's obvious that.
I think he had a bunch of mushrooms.
You think it was mushrooms?
He was drinking his Happy Dads.
He had a little bit of that, but that was the mildest thing, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
But he, you know what? I mean, he was kind of trippy, but he was very tame.
It was hilarious, and God, his knowledge of professional wrestling is up there.
Oh yeah, no, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between the ears, that man is really good when it comes to professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, I believe that he could be a good writer. I think he could be a person that could put something together, like programs and stuff. I think he could do that.
Yeah, he just, he's kind of out there. If he could curb and make it maybe a little more mainstream, his thought process, I think he would be a great addition to the writing crew somewhere.
There was a lot of people online too, and I even texted him this, that said, like, Mideon needs his own channel. He needs his own YouTube channel. Like, he needs to be somebody talking about stuff, and just like you, where you're like, man, I don't know if I want to talk about wrestling all the time. I told him, I was like, dude, you're big into like true crime, and you're big into horror movies and all that stuff. I was like, dude, there's a slice of that out there that you could carve out.
Niche for him. Yeah. And just his quirkiness and.
Yeah. And it's so funny. I was telling everyone just the story of going to dinner that night, and him looking at the menu, rattling off what we should all be eating and why we should eat it, and then the wine coming and him
being
smelling
sommelier.
the wine. You don't judge a book by its cover with that guy.
Yeah. When he poured it, I have to be honest. Like personally, like I've acquired a taste for wine in the last few years, but like I don't know what the bouquet or the all the what I don't even what essence or what I don't know all that. I don't know any of that stuff. When the wine comes, I pop the cork and I pour it in a glass and I drink it. I don't let it breathe. I don't let it aerate. I don't do any of that.
He's over there spinning that glass.
Oh yeah, he's telling you what's in it, and then you smell I'm just like, dude,
yeah,
it's a gimmick. Come on,
it's a gimmick.
Pass the bottle. Let's get this thing on the road.
But no, man, the last handful of episodes have been just really good. I mean, they've been really good. Great guest.
Excuse me.
Got it all out?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm only one sneeze. I'm not a two sneezer.
I'm a three sneeze.
You're
guy.
a three sneezer?
3 to 5.
No, I'm a one sneezer, man.
I still go back to it. Maven was the surprise of them all, man. What a fun guy to be around too. Yeah, he was a fun guy. So the last handful of weeks have been really good. The next few episodes that are going to come out are
they're going to be pretty lame.
compared to the ones that we've had.
No, they're not going to be. I didn't mean to say lame. No, they're going to be good. They're just going to be different.
They're going to be different. I mean, we've got an episode coming up where we're going to have, one of the top maybe 3 greatest arm wrestlers to have ever walked the face of the earth.
Yeah, I can't, that's he is something else.
Yeah. So if arm wrestling is one of those things where everybody's done it, but I don't think people know a lot about it.
Yeah. No, that's a good. Yeah. That's a good description of it. I think everybody's done it, but no one has any clue to the inner workings or the techniques and the reason why you do certain things. And we're gonna have a little educational episode on professional arm wrestling.
And you got on the table with him, and you're not a weak guy by any means. I mean,
I didn't think so until I locked up with him.
He's a different human being.
Yeah, we're talking about Monster Mike Todd.
Yeah.
He is, he's special.
And he's the nicest guy in the world.
I'm glad.
Could you imagine him like grabbing you by the neck or something like that?
Brother, I swear to you, when I grabbed his hand, and I said it while we were doing it, I said it was like grabbing a honey baked ham.
Yeah.
It is thick. Yeah. It's crazy. Because I've got a big hand.
Yeah.
I do. And it was just like a big hand that was just thick, like a big porterhouse steak.
9-inch wrist,
man.
18-inch forearms.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun show.
He is unreal. Do you think he could have? I think he could. Do you think he would have done well in professional wrestling?
I think so. 'Cause that was the second time that I met him, and I met him at the Nine Line Foundation dinner. But I mean, his personality really came out, and I think he's got a lot of.
He knows how to turn on the bad guy, like being serious, and mean, and tough looking. Because when you're built like he is, you need to have that side.
Yeah.
But he's also
he's definitely got a look to him.
Yeah, he's got a look of like he could.
Yeah, he can rip your head off really easily.
So he's got the look, he's got the personality, all of that. Don't know if you know or not, but I mean, he's got a background of mixed martial arts. So the guy can stand.
No, he's an athlete, brother.
And jump straight up into a 360 roundhouse kick and land right back on his feet right now at 51 years old.
Really?
The table that we were arm wrestling on, he can jump flat-footed onto that table.
That's a real deal there, brother.
Yeah.
He's 51?
He's 51 years old, and he can still do all of those things. He's a legitimate athlete. And if people aren't, they need to follow Monster Michael Todd on Instagram and start watching the stuff that he posts every day of his stuff. He's got like a Ninja Warrior course and everything else like on his property. Like he's wild, man. He's serious. So, and we're going to have coming up too, we'll have maybe the greatest Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter of all time, and Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson.
I tell you what, yeah, he was definitely at one time he was considered. He was in that conversation for pound,
Yeah.
greatest fighter. He was untouchable for years.
Yeah.
Man.
So these next few episodes are going to be different and interesting and fun compared to the last ones that we've had. All great episodes, but yeah, the last ones. I mean, when you bring your boys back together, it can get
it can get off the rails pretty quick, can it? Yeah. And that was pretty. I mean, you know, we had a little bit of happy dads there, but
yeah, you made a big commitment.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. One that's going to require work. And
that's what
this
happens.
is easy.
This part is easy.
I just need you to drive 20 minutes down the road. That's what I need, which is hard enough.
And I'm only 20 minutes late usually.
Yeah, so that part's hard enough. This is going to be work now.
Yeah.
Committing to.
There's no way though. There's no way we'll have a million subscribers by then.
Yeah, we've only grown by 400,000 in the last 4 months. So
that's just, you know.
They'll
tap the brakes.
Yeah,
they're
just like, actually, it's growing every month now where we're getting more and more subscribers every month. So there's a good chance that this ends up
there's
happening.
no way. There's no way we get to 1 million by then.
You're going to delete the channel?
I'm going to $9.99. I'm just going to hit the eject button. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do this.
Man, can't.
Dude, there's no, brother, you know, if I get everybody together in Vegas,
we're going to have to sign NDAs.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. We've already discussed potentially a venue. We're going to have to get the holders for the phone like you do for your One Dead Man show.
Yeah,
like,
no doubt. Yeah.
Like,
There's no way they'll. Oh, my gosh.
There's no way that we can allow cell phones in there. The fans are going to. What's the thing they did on Men in Black where they would zap everybody and they would forget everything?
Forget everything?
Yeah. We need to do that for everyone that walks out of that show. Wow. If you bring everybody back. Out of everybody, which one do you think will be the biggest wild card? Is it Mideon?
Oh, yeah, by far.
Yeah. Is Rikishi pretty tame?
Oh, yeah. No, everybody has everyone has their own distinct, different kind of personality. You know, Tex is, you know, he's the trippy one. You got Mark or Hog, you know, he's, you know, when he gets right, he's the hillbilly lover. He'll tell you 80 times how much he loves you. And it comes from right from the heart. He's just a good old country boy. You know, you've been around Bear long enough to know what he's like. Rikishi, you know, he'll loosen up a little bit too. And then then Savio, he'll take it all in. He's like,
is he the last to talk?
He's like our Overwatch man. He's the one that's just like making sure that no one is. But it's funny though that when he gets engaged and then, you know, he's got that heavy Puerto Rican accent, you know, it's like he'll start saying but knows what he's saying. There's been a big call out for him to come on the show. Yeah, on the page. Yeah, we'll probably, you know, we'll probably have a couple more guys on before the potential of a disaster. But I like I said,
it's the grand finale. That's what
it would definitely be the grand finale. It would be me. Yeah, it would 1 million subscribers, a BSK reunion show, probably into my marriage.
We got to get it sponsored by some lawyers. That's what we got to get. Yeah, we got to get a law firm to sponsor this thing. But no. So yeah, it's been a wild handful of weeks, and I mean, you've been in your personal life, man, you've been more busy the last two weeks, 10 days, whatever, than you were when you were wrestling. I feel like
it has been crazy, and so we finished up. You know, that last recording, the last show that we did. And then every year we usually go we go to the East Coast of Florida. Michelle's parents have a condo there, and we have friends. It's actually Colt's godparents now. We just met by chance. It's a really crazy story. We met by chance because they used to summer at the same place as we did, and the guy and AJ Styles are like best friends.
Weren't they college roommates or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Georgia?
And for years, no clue, right?
Yeah.
No clue whatsoever that we had this connection, and finally it came out. But we're really close with these people, really great family, and so we spent about I don't know, like 8 days there, I guess. Maybe not that long, but then we flew. Me, Michelle, and Kaya flew from there. We flew from Orlando to L.A. because Kaya had. She is in the junior national girls flag football league, man. So flag football is the fastest growing women's sport, girls sport, in the country. Flag football.
It's insane.
So they had these, sponsored by the NFL. So they had these ID camps where all the girls that play in these different clubs and different leagues, they come in and it's like a combine, and then they choose a team from I guess we would be considered Southeast.
Okay.
And they go to California and they played against, like in her age bracket, because she's 12U, so played against the girls from, say, like the Florida area.
Yeah, it's broken down in different regions.
Yeah, it's like there's 4 regions. And wow. And it was one. So the older girls, they play, they play against different countries. Like, so there was teams represented from Curacao, Panama, Mexico, Japan, Canada, all had teams.
All in L.A.
All in L.A. And this is boys and girls, and it's the tournament's called The One, and it's pretty much the best in all these different age groups, the best flag football players in the country, and man. I see a girl is in Kaya's league in her age bracket. One, she was the quarterback for the gray team. There was a gray team, a white team, blue team, and a red team. This girl played for this gray team. They were phenomenal. I seen this girl. She was their quarterback, but she was playing defense. So she's in coverage. This girl throws the ball. Quarterback throws the ball. She reaches up, jumps, catches the ball with one hand, never brings it into her body. She just catches it, and now she's trying to return it for a touchdown.
Little Deion Sanders in her.
It was like everybody's just sitting there in the stands looking at each other like, did she just do that? I mean, the skill level, it's amazing, man. It is truly just phenomenal. And those girls, man, they go hard.
You just think, like, if those programs were around 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, there's female athletes for, since the creation of human beings. I wonder, like, where, like, female sports would be at today, especially like the flag football and stuff like that,
Yeah, it's nuts, and it's funny because, like, the Northeast team, the gray team, they were probably like the upper tier of the teams, because they've had, I think, for 7 years now, they've had a lot of the high schools up in the Northeast have flag football for girls. In Texas, here in Texas, we don't have it yet.
Yeah.
The UIL, for whatever reason, has not sanctioned it yet, and it's ridiculous. It's an Olympic sport this year.
And of all the states that should have football,
Right, football, right? Texas is like, yeah, I mean, when you
the
think,
powerhouse of football.
of football, you think Texas, right?
Mark,
Matt?
we got a new sponsor, Artisan Grange.
Artisan Grange.
They're right here in Texas.
Good.
They do like a hemp pouch, non-tobacco, non-nicotine. Looks like a dip can, so you can still look cool with it in your back pocket.
Get that skull ring in your back
That's
pocket.
right. You can get that ring in your back pocket, right? Like all the cool kids are doing. But they got great flavors, cinnamon, mint. They got like a coffee one as well.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You don't have to spit. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Just a little pouch.
Yeah, let me try one.
Smells good. Throw it in your lip. You can do one in the lower. You can do one in the top. Look at this. You can just fill your mouth full of. My granny used to do snuff up there at the top of her lip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a great aunt that did that. Mm-hmm. I had a silver can on her porch.
Well, this no tobacco, no nicotine, Artisan Grange, Texas-based, Texas born and bred, right here, just like you.
Got to be a good company.
It's got to be a good company. All people need to do is just click the link in our description. They can get themselves some cans also. Like I said, tons of different flavors. They all taste really good. And they're just made of hemp, 5 milligrams of CBD. It's not going to get you high. It's not going to get you any of that crap that people will think. It's just good for you.
It's just good for you.
It's just good for you. Maybe helps you get off tobacco. Maybe it helps get you off nicotine, whatever, and be a little bit more of a natural alternative to dipping.
Natural alternative.
Yes. So, Artisan Grange.
Artisan Grange.
We appreciate y'all supporting the podcast. Click the link in the description below and pick yourself some Artisan Grange up.
And I can't understand why they won't sanction it. And the USA national team has, so the club that my daughter plays for, I'm not going to say their name because if anybody ever showed up with a camera, I would
Kill people.
Yes, I would.
Yeah,
I would.
bad.
Yeah, it would be bad. But they have 2 or 3 girls, I think, maybe more, that aren't going to be on that USA national team. Our 15Us and our 17Us won gold medals in LA. They're just
So the program's built to where
so the club that she plays for is really, yeah, I mean, they're an outstanding organization, and I mean, it's like a really a family type environment, man. But wow, it is.
Is she wanting to continue to play other
she
sports,
loves it.
or is she just wanting to focus on this now?
So I think she's really focused. I think she's really focused on football. We're gonna still have her play at least volleyball or something else.
Yeah.
I don't want her to burn out because she is really. I mean, this has been like this is the one thing that she's really been. She was really good at softball, but I think the game was too slow for her, and she had a bad experience with a coach.
So she really likes.
So she, so this has been one thing, when we were it started with the girls, when Michelle was coaching a girls rec team,
Yeah.
and they've all went on to theirs.
I feel like y'all been doing this it seems like every time I talk to you, it's like, we're about to head to this for football, we're about to go to this for football or whatever. I mean, it is a constant thing.
It's been a lot, man. And it's a constant, like I watch her, like if she doesn't, if she's got a workout scheduled with her coach and she's giving me any grief about, which she hasn't, it's like, I am not flying to LA or, we leave, let's see, well, we'll already be gone by the time
this airs,
we'll be we'll be at the USA Nationals.
Yeah,
where all the club teams are playing, and that's the final tournament for us.
Do y'all
before
have
we take
her,
a little break?
Do you have her? You or Michelle, are y'all is she over at the gym doing any strength training and all that stuff at this age?
Yeah, she works out. There's this guy. His name's Coach Mark Boswell. He's from Jamaica. It was an Olympian. Just a phenomenal strength and conditioning coach, but he also helps her with some of her, with her football drills or football footwork. And this guy's he is utterly amazing as far as knowing how hard to push, when to pull back, when to be supportive, when to tell them, they're not doing it.
Yeah.
He talks trash to them. But encourages them. He has just been a phenomenal blessing.
Better to have him than like dad or mom. And
I hate to, that's one thing that I'm working really hard on.
Yeah,
is not to be that kind of dad and live vicariously through my kids. But I tell you what, I've watched, that tournament they played in Tennessee. It's been a month or so ago. That's the one that qualified them. They won that tournament, and that qualified them for the USA Nationals, right? I don't think I've ever been as nervous or as engaged in anything, not anything that I did in the ring. It was crazy, man. And it's just, it was 11U flag football, but to watch them beat a team that had beat them earlier in the tournament, like 30-0.
Yeah.
To come back and beat that team and win that tournament to qualify. That's so, see your kid like that. It's just, it makes it all worthwhile, because those are long days, brother. They're long, long days. And they played in this tournament in LA, they played 4 games in one day.
Well, I don't have kids, but I'll hear people at work and stuff talk about the fact that like their son is playing baseball or something, and it's a Saturday, and it's a 3-game tournament that they're playing in, or a 4-game or whatever, and they get there, they drive for an hour. In this case, you're flying to another state, and they get there at, game starts at 8, so they get there at 7 a.m. and they're warming up and everything. They start at 8 a.m. and they're playing. And if they win and they get to the championship game, and as a parent, you want that to happen, but also as a human being, you want to get home.
I want to go to the hotel. That's all I want to do. I want to go to the hotel.
And it's like, if you lose, maybe it's good character building and we can get back to the hotel earlier and all that stuff. But for you, I mean, are you experiencing like people coming up to you at these things?
Oh,
like
it's nonstop.
And it's like, and you just want to be a dad in that moment.
And I have to say, probably more so than any of the other sports that she's played.
Yeah.
So one, the director of the organization that she plays for, they've gone out of their way to tell the places that we go and play, like, okay, this guy's here, and they do their best to keep people away from me. Obviously, I'm in there with everybody else, but I would say 99% of the people that come up, and there's a lot of people. I'm saying this a lot, but they'll say, "Hey, can I grab a picture with you?" I was like, "Man, I'm just trying to be a dad like you today," or something like that. And 99%, like they understand it, and I think they almost appreciate it. That like, yeah, you know what? He's just trying to be a dad like me.
This is actually a normal dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, whether they're taking pictures from afar or whatever, but everybody's been really understanding, and NFL flag and my daughter's team, they've all kind of really went out of their way to make sure that we.
And her team and those parents are used to it at this point.
Yeah,
probably. They're
it's
just Mark at this point.
It's at that,
But it's when you go across.
Yeah, when you're thinking about all these teams coming in from all over the place, and all the people that generates, everybody gets excited, and I'm just like, oh boy.
And what's funny is it's probably the adults. The kids probably aren't even.
The adults are more because, I mean, I've been retired now 4 years, so I'm not on the TV quite as often as I used to be. But for the parents, man, the
parents are stoked.
Oh yeah, they'll run their whole attitude arrow down to me real quick. Yeah. So like I said, as long as people are nice and polite, I engage with them, but I just don't. Like if I stop, take one picture, I'm done. You're done. Yeah. And but I've been really happy that people have been understanding of that and let me enjoy, because that's the one thing with my career that I missed with my other children was I was always gone.
Yeah.
So. For
the first time in your life, you're actually able
to go through some of this and
you get to be a dad, which is fun.
Yeah, it can be sometimes.
and just being able to watch, Kaya, do what she's doing. I think I tell people all the time about, a couple years ago when she was on the team that had like 4 former professional athletes, kids, and all these girls are just killing all the other guys at flag football and stuff. And I'm like, I think it's absolutely hilarious. And, they show up and these boys are probably thinking, oh man, we got to play these girls or whatever. Oh. And Jamal Charles's daughter's juking people and everything else.
It's funny. So this year, because there wasn't a lot, they had to play a lot of boys teams. This is a whole nother league. I mean, as far as like, they are structured for flag football.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite the athletes that we had in the rec league, but they know flag football and they have some really good athletes on the team, but there are some boys teams that got their feelings. Yeah, they got their feelings hurt getting beat by some girls, and I think it's funny watching the whole thing. I remember once a dad talking about. I seen him. He didn't know. I had a daughter out there, or he didn't even noticed who I was or whatever. But we got to play girls. And his dad's giving him a hard time, like, "Oh, are you scared?" And they're like, "Man, we're gonna kill them." Little boy's crying at the end of the game. It was so. I was like, "Yep."
That's. I think I love watching the videos that Michelle posts and stuff of watching Kaya.
Yeah.
She's got an arm on her.
And she is still like from rec to what this league is, like the game is only going to slow down for her. Like it's still she's still having to make reads and process all that information. So, I mean, if Patrick Mahomes or somebody has some downtime and want to give some extra lessons, I'm sure we'd work something out.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
I'm just saying.
Best quarterback in the league.
They have a similar throwing motion. I figured, I
mean, C.J. Stroud's just right down the road.
He is right down the road. I could make a trip down there.
Yeah.
Take her up. Well, I mean, we spent enough time in Dallas. I should have stopped by and asked Dak what he had going.
Got a few minutes to help her out, give her a few pointers.
But yeah, she relies too much. She relies too much on her arm right now, and she's not squaring up and getting everything. So at the end of the day, like her arm is sore as hell. I'm like, well, maybe you ought to use your hips and square up to the ball a little bit.
I think the best thing to do is let's just reach out to Dan Marino, have him come on the show. He can go spend a day with Kaya. I think that would be it's just best for everybody at that.
I know that's your guy.
He's the greatest of all time, man.
He's up there. He's the greatest of all time. He
It upsets me
can
that you
sling it.
don't have his jersey hanging up in your
Do I not
gym.
have a Merino?
You do not. If you did, you wouldn't have a Merino now. I would have figured
You've
out a
already
way.
figured a way to steal it. Yeah. I will. You know what? I will call. I'm going to call Ryan Fitterman,
Yeah.
and I'm going to ask him. I'm going to tell him I have a buddy.
You're gonna.
I got 2 buddies now.
Abe's a Dolphins fan. You're gonna end up getting me like. You're gonna get me like a some old backup or something.
Who was Greasy's backup?
Earl Morrall.
Earl Morrall? No, was it Earl Morrall?
Bro, I know. Okay, I get to meet Earl Morrall, and that was Greasy's backup, and then it was Strock, and then Strock was Marino's backup.
Yeah. I'll get you somebody.
But oh my gosh, man! So Earl Morrall came in. Bob Greasy got hurt 6th week of the season of '72. Earl Morrall came in.
That's right.
Led them all the way to the AFC Championship game. Bob Greasy came back in. So I watched a Dolphins documentary. I just got out of the Army. I'm working at Goodyear, like selling tires and stuff like that. Like I was a mechanic in the Army. This was the job I could get. I just got done watching a Dolphins documentary about the '72 season. Like 2 days prior to this, all of a sudden, walking right in front of the store, and he comes walking in, is Earl Morrall. Earl Morrall is more famous for, he was the Baltimore Colts' starting quarterback when they lost to the New York Jets in Super Bowl III.
Right.
He was the AFC
Namath
player of the game or player of
yeah.
the year, and Namath ended up, calling the shot. So Earl comes in to buy windshield wipers for his daughter's van. His daughter lives in Savannah. And I looked at him, I said, "You're Earl Morrall." He looked at me and he goes, "You're too young to know that." I was like 24. And I was like, I'm a massive Miami Dolphins fan. He stood there and talked to me for an hour about Johnny Unitas and Don Shula and his entire play. Oh my gosh. Just broke down the '72 Miami Dolphins undefeated season and things that this would happen and that would happen. And, just couldn't believe this happened. All this stuff, right? And how his entire career was being a backup. And he was a backup to all of these Hall of Famers. He was a backup to Johnny Unitas and Bob Greasy and just insane.
That's
absolutely
crazy.
Insane. But, yeah, it just got me off on a tangent there thinking about the Dolphins and football season's coming up. And
It's getting closer, isn't it?
oh, my gosh, this podcast is going to turn into a football podcast. Everybody's going to quit watching.
You want to pay homage to the helmet? You ready? It's right behind you.
Had to carry that helmet in here, and that was enough homage that I paid to that.
You didn't do anything to it, did you?
I did not. I did not. I don't have a problem with the Texas Longhorns. I don't have a problem with the Texas Longhorns.
Not yet.
Not yet. I think they're going to have a big problem coming in old Willie B. or Williams Bryce, baby, and having to deal with the Gamecocks.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all get to play some real football. I'm excited for you.
We get to play real football.
You get to play real football.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit of wrestling here, and
What?
yeah, just a little bit.
I thought we were going to get through one without having to talk about
I
wrestling.
know that day's coming. That day's coming. I went through some fans' questions. We got some new questions that got sent in.
Oh, really? From fans? We have fans?
Well, a few. We still have a few. You still have a few. I have zero. This was one that was really interesting to me.
Oh, boy.
That actually has, I don't think, anything to do with wrestling, but it was like when I read it, I went, I got to find out if this is true or not. Well, Mark, the home fires are burning well at the house. The wife is happy.
Is she?
Oh, she is.
I know where you're heading with this one.
Yeah. My favorite sponsor.
Oh, just chew it and do it.
Just chew it and do it. Old BlueChew, back in the saddle.
Back in the saddle.
That's
huh?
right.
You got a little dead man setting up, huh?
Oh, the dead man has risen. Oh, yes. Resurrection, baby.
Resurrection.
Yes, sir. From BlueChew.
BlueChew, brother.
What a great company. God bless BlueChew and all they do for this great country of ours.
Man.
Yes. So, this episode is sponsored by BlueChew. So, Mark, let's talk about sex. Guys, remember the days when you were always ready to go? Now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up. BlueChew.com.
Here we go.
BlueChew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra.
Steroid wieners. Wiener steroids.
But in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, lunch break,
Just
right after communion. So you can plan ahead.
it's a different kind of wafer.
Or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. You know what the best part is?
No.
It's all done online. So no visits to the doctor's office. You don't have to leave your house. No awkward conversations. And no waiting in line at the pharmacy. You hate waiting in lines.
I hate waiting in lines.
You hate lines. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the U.S. of A.
USA.
Yes.
USA. USA.
And prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package.
That means nobody knows that you got wiener steroids in there.
That's right. They drive by your house and they're like, oh man, that dude's got wiener steroids.
Yep.
They might make fun of you or something. Look down on you.
Not with discreet packaging. Well, ain't gonna happen.
I actually asked Blue Chew to deliver mine with a neon on the side of it saying Blue Chew. I want everybody to know what's going on.
No, you want the front door is rocking. Don't bother knocking. I got you.
They drive by that house and they're like, boy, they having a good time tonight. Yeah, I tell you what, the wives in the neighborhood are jealous.
I bet.
Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex.
Better sex.
Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Hit it one time.
Chew it and do it.
Mark, we also have a special deal for our listeners.
Come on.
Try Blue Chew for free. Best price ever. When you use our promo code 6feet at checkout, just pay $5 in shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code 6feet to receive your first month for free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. And one more time, Mark.
Chew it and do it.
Thank you, Blue Chew. Click the link in the description below. Comes from Aaron Mashtier.
Aaron Mashtier.
Yeah. Hi, guys. I wanted to ask Taker if the story is true about him being banned from the state of Vermont and the fact he had to write an apology letter to the state and he refused. I live here and I've heard this story many times, but don't know if it's true.
Yeah, the great pancake caper.
The what?
Pancake caper.
The pancake caper?
Vermont. Maple syrup.
Okay.
Pancakes.
Yeah, all those great things. Vermont maple syrup.
I've never heard that in my life.
About you being banned
from Vermont. I am not banned from Vermont. I'm nowhere. I don't live anywhere close to Vermont. I don't go to Vermont.
Maybe that's why you don't live close to it, because you're banned.
I'm not banned. You found that interesting. You thought that I was banned from a whole state?
Well, I didn't know.
I've been banned from a whole state. Really?
Why wouldn't you be? Maybe you did
they
something.
can't ban me from a state.
Maybe you did something stupid, and that's why they banned
I have
you.
done many things that are stupid, but you can't ban somebody from a state.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
You
can confine somebody to a region or something, but you can't ban somebody.
All right. So you're allowed to go to Vermont.
Yes, I can go to Vermont. I can go to Delaware if I wanted to.
But who does? It's all said and done.
Not me.
Yeah. I ran for vice president of the United States in Vermont.
You were on the ballot, right?
I was.
Did you get any votes?
Yeah, like 27, something like that, 29. Kanye beat me.
Dang.
So in Vermont, there's only 3 states in America that you don't have to pay to be on the ballot to become like president or vice president of the United States.
Yeah.
So All you got to do is get 3 signatures from residents of that state to get on the ballot. You drop it off at the, you fill out a piece of paper, get the signatures, you drop it off at like the courthouse or whatever, their state house. They stamp everything, you're on the ballot. So I'm on the, like, you can look it up for, Matt Lyda, Vice President of the United States, and there I am. Yeah. So it's.
Man. It's impressive.
The next one comes from Russell Lambert. Taker, been a fan since I was shitting my diapers, and it will be until I am the same as an old man. Thanks for everything. Wow. He had
that's fandom right there, brother.
Yeah, he has 2 questions. One was from one outdoors guy to another. He goes, "I've heard a lot about you hunting, but do you like to fish?" This is his first question.
Yeah, I love to fish.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Do you like to fish? Second one, pretty good question here. Survivor Series is a significant part of your career. If you were a team captain of a traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match, what superstars, past or present, would be your dream team?
How many? So there's 5 of us?
5 of you.
Whew. And I hate when I have to think of like several people right off the cuff, right?
4 people.
4 people, because I'm going to be on the team. Okay.
Super easy. There's 4 people.
All right.
4 horsemen.
No,
and it's
come on. Oh, jeez. All right. I'm going to take Kane. Stone Cold. Andre.
Good God.
Yeah, hey, I'm in it to win it, brother. This ain't a beauty pageant. I got one more.
One more.
Just to make things right, Coco Beware. We're gonna make
Full
it
circle.
Full circle moment right there. I came all the way back. I'd make it right.
Helping him out.
I would help him out. I promised. Yeah.
Could you imagine this Survivor Series? Okay, let's say you came out first, which God knows that would never happen, right? You come out first. Kane follows you. The glass shatters. Andre comes out. I mean, the roof is blown off the place. It's on fire. Now you got Coco Beware coming out.
And Frankie.
With Frankie.
I owe him that.
You do. You do owe him that. Yeah, that's that'd be a heck of a.
And if Coco wasn't available, I'd probably take either Sean or Triple H, probably, if Coco couldn't make it.
I see what you did. You just opened up the door to the Hall of Fame and said, "Come on, guys, let's go do this." Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a smart move on your part.
Yeah, they ain't. Yeah.
Here's a good one from Ken Easley over in Longview, Texas.
Longview.
Home of Neil McCoy, the country singer.
Neil McCoy.
Yeah. The Filipino cowboy is what I call him.
The Filipino cowboy?
He's from the Philippines, yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah. He won like a Texas Star Search thing or something back in like the 70s or 80s as a kid and ended up.
He had a pretty good run.
Oh, man, I love Neil McCoy. He's absolutely hilarious. He was in Georgia and texted me and said, "Hey, man, come on over." We're on his bus. And he goes, "Man, it's a light crowd out there tonight." He said, "Ain't going to be a lot of people." And I was like, "Man, how's that make you feel?" He goes, "Size of the check's the same." He said, "I don't care if I'm
Balt show."
He said, "If I'm in front of 20 people or 20,000, my check's the same." I was like, "All right, man, cool." Ken asked, has there ever been anyone who refused to take your finish that you want to mention on the show?
Refused? I don't think so. I don't think anybody ever refused to do it.
I've heard you tell this story once before.
Help me out.
I've only heard this one time. You told the story. I think somebody at one of your Dead Man shows asked you a similar question like this. Razor Ramon. Mark, have you noticed anything different about me today? Maybe I smell a little bit better than typical. I mean, I look good.
Well, you don't stink today.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I give all the credit.
What is it?
To our new sponsor, Mando. Whole body deodorant.
Whole body deodorant.
I know typically you just put deodorant on your pits.
Right.
But think about the bottoms of your feet. Think about under your taint area.
Did you just say taint?
Taint. You know, the area between the crack and the
taint balls and that taint ass.
Yeah, well, the taint is between the balls and the butt. That's taint nothing there. So that area gets a little funky. So you put a little bit of Mando whole body deodorant on there and keep it fresh.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. So you can put this deodorant all over your body. Put it on your nipples, under your pits, wherever you want to. Your butt crack, it does it all. They've got all.
I'm getting visuals right now that I don't really.
You don't want.
No,
and that's fine.
But you don't stink, so
I don't stink, which is a positive, right?
That is a positive.
And I mean that's where like they've got in tubes to make it easier. You put a little bit in your hand, you can reach, with it being in a tube. Yeah. So
let me see that.
Yeah, and they sent us some body wash, man. Yeah, you getting a little bit there?
Well,
it's got the
safety seal on it.
It's got the safety seal still on it. We just pulled it out of the box. But no, Mando deodorant for pits, packages, and feet.
Packages.
That's their motto.
Pit, packages, and
pits, packages, and feet. And you know what, Mark? We're going to help our listeners out.
Let's do that.
We're going to do something nice for them.
Let's come on.
Mando has given us a promo code. So just want to let our audience know, control body odor anywhere with shop.mando and get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% off. Promo code 6feet at shopmando.com. Hashtag MandoPod. So click the link in the description of this video, and you can control body odor anywhere with shop.mando and get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% off with promo code 6feet at shopmando.com. Maybe next week you could use it, and it won't be so bad in here.
Nah. I'm going to use it, but I'm going to use it where I'm supposed to use it, though.
Thank you, Mando. And our audience, go click the link in the description below. He didn't refuse to take your finish.
Yeah. No, he wasn't refused to take a finish. He didn't want me to cross his arms.
Yeah.
He thought that made him look like a jabron.
You said he went stiff arm.
Yeah.
Night.
So we were doing double shots. So we had 2 shows that day, and the first show was like in Scranton, and then the night show was going to be in Philadelphia. And he stiff arms me in Scranton, right? And I get backstage, and I'm like, dude, what's up with the arms? And he goes like, well, yeah, man, I don't want to look like a jabron. I'm like, dude, I beat everybody by crossing their arms. That's just part of the gimmick. And he's still kind of hem-hawing, kind of gloom and doom about the whole deal. And somebody got in his ear by the time we got to Philadelphia about, he should probably cross his arms. So I'd already decided what I was going to do in Philadelphia. And he said, you're not going to cross your arms. I'm going to pin you with one finger. That was what my plan was. So I don't know who'd got, maybe Kurt Hennig had probably gotten in his ear. So I spiked him that night. We were in the Spectrum, and boom, I give him the spike. And as I'm getting ready to put my finger on his chest, he threw his arms up by himself. So I didn't have to. So I was like, oh,
well, the fact that Kurt Hennig actually did something like that instead of telling him, no, you should keep your art, because Kurt was a ribber, and
well, yeah. I don't know the motivation that Kurt was using. I don't know if he was trying to stir the crap or help him out, but yeah. Regardless, he crossed his arms.
He did
that
the
night.
right thing.
Yeah, he did the right thing. So
okay. So here, these are just little toss-ups, for this episode. This is a little layup. This is a little easy episode that we're doing here today.
Yeah.
Nothing strenuous.
Just to catch our breath.
Just to catch our breath. Let's catch our breath. From Shannon York. Loved The Undertaker for over 30 years. I was fortunate enough to catch the One Dead Man show when you came to Indianapolis. Meeting you was a dream come true. My question is, with all the celebrities you have met over the years, was there a time that you were starstruck?
No, not anyone that I was ever really starstruck. I just never was like that, really. I had an opportunity once to meet. I think I may have talked about this in another episode. Like, I had the opportunity to meet Ali once, and I regret not probably, doing that.
Going out of your way.
Yeah, going out of my way.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to bother him, and it was just the situation didn't feel, like it was the right time to do it. But I wish I had now, because I never got another opportunity to meet Ali. But not anybody else that I ever felt like, starstruck. Just not my deal.
Yeah.
I just kind of look at people the way I want to be looked at, and if that's your deal, I just, leave you alone and let you enjoy your meal or whatever it is you're doing. Because I know it sucks when you're trying to eat that steak and somebody's all up in your grill with their phone.
Yeah. And just bothering you. All right, last one, and we're going to get out of here, is from Austin Justice from the great state of South Carolina, Columbia to be exact. Old Cola, home of the Fighting Gamecocks, the future SEC champions.
You can't be showing favoritism.
Well, I do.
How long did you have to scroll to find somebody from South Carolina?
Not very far, brother. South Carolina, good and well, is a great state for professional wrestling.
No, all right, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. Who's my tag team there? The
Mulkey Brothers.
Mulkey Brothers, yeah. The Mulkey Brothers. Man, I need to get the Mulkey Brothers on here. You dressed up as Kane on Raw on 2 different occasions and had everybody fooled that it really was Kane. How did that idea come about, and what was the whole experience like?
I don't know whose idea it was. It was, but it was genius, and it was just funny because you think you're with these people all the time, but then when you have to emulate them to to their mannerisms and everything, it does become kind of pressure filled to sell it without being tipped off.
Yeah.
I was just like, when we did that, I think Kane was probably like 25 pounds heavier than I was. So I was like, oh man, I'm going to look like anorexic Kane in this suit, but it both times it came off without a hitch. Nobody had a clue. And just one of those iconic moments when me pulling the mask off and hearing, Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler flipping out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. That was it was creative booking and good stuff, man.
Yeah. So Mark, nice easy episode. I know
that's an episode.
That's a full episode.
Wow.
Full episode. We just Nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
Nice
Just
and easy.
catch our breath, right?
Catch our breath. We brought our friend back. You said it was Paul Bear. That was a little weird. I can't.
Does that bug you?
No, it doesn't bug me. But
You me open it?
I'm scared of what's inside of it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's we'll see what happens with that later. But another great episode, and just want to thank our sponsors again for helping us out. Happy Dad, go get that iced tea, man. Iced tea's where it's at. That's summertime. It's 112 degrees outside.
And get the tall boy
Snoop Dogg, man.
Dogg Death Row, baby.
Snoop Dogg is tearing it up for you. And First Phorm, of course, loving the Berry Dream energy drink that they hooked us up with. Man, I got a bag of stuff here, dude. You've got goodies.
I got goodies.
Yeah.
What do I got?
So I'm really high on this right now. We were talking about it off camera earlier. The hemp, like CBD pouches. This is
when you say high, you're
no,
you're really.
They don't get you high. It's from Artisan Grange, but they're from Texas. This is the cinnamon one. This is like a breath mint. There's no nicotine in it, no tobacco. If you're chewing tobacco, if you're smoking, whatever, this could potentially help you, kind of wean yourself off or something. But also, if you just want a breath mint.
Well, you need to get 2 of those, brother.
I need 2. Shut up. Yeah, Artisan Grange.
Artisan.
Yeah. Dude, they got all kinds of different flavors. I'm throwing the cinnamon in right now.
Did it make you feel better?
I got a true mint. Or no, this is ice mint. I don't know if it makes me feel better.
A little Walt Garrison, put it between your cheek and gum.
Yeah, look at you. Man, you look like Clint Eastwood over there right now.
I am Clint Eastwood.
Look at you. You don't have to spit or anything.
Have you ever seen my Clint Eastwood thing that I did for WWE?
No.
You have not?
I don't follow your career a lot. What'd you do for Clint Eastwood?
I didn't do anything for Clint Eastwood. We did a WrestleMania one of the first times or second times we went to LA.
Yeah.
We did a bunch of skits like Cena and Bradshaw did the scene from A Few Good Men.
Okay.
Where I think Bradshaw did.
Can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Yeah. And Cena was
the lawyer or whatever.
Tom Cruise's part. I think Triple H did. What's the Mel Brooks movie? The Scottish Braveheart.
Okay.
And I did Dirty Harry.
Look at you.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, some choice acting right there, brother.
I mean, they must have saw your part in Suburban Commando.
I don't remember whether I fired 5 shots or I fired 6. So you're going to have to ask yourself, do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? Oh, God, I got those chops, brother.
We've got space up here for an Oscar on the shelves. I mean,
bro, you couldn't pay me enough.
Couldn't pay you. Something that you need more than everybody is Mando whole body deodorant.
Mando.
You can put this. Deodorant's not just for the pits anymore.
Mando, if you go commando, see what I'm saying?
Put it on your balls. Put it on your feet.
Man, you can't say balls.
Yeah, you can. Testicles. It's in the dictionary.
That's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting.
Well, not putting Mando on your balls is disgusting. So you've popped in a few BlueChew. The night's going well. Your breath smells good from the Artisan Grange. You don't have worm dirt all in your mouth because now you've quit chewing.
You're buzzing.
You're buzzing with a little bit of Happy Dad. But maybe the buzz is coming down and you're getting a little tired. You drink a little bit of the First Phorm energy drinks and make sure you put some Mando on those balls. And
you can't say balls, bro.
Yeah, you can. But no, this stuff actually smells really good too. They send a bunch of samples. Yeah.
Let me see it.
It smells good. They sent us some wipes for halfway through the show. We can clean our body. All kinds of stuff, man.
Booty wipes?
I don't know if they're booty wipes, but they're something. And
Mando, in case you go commando.
They gave us some soap. This controls odor. I like bar soap. I don't know if you like bar soap.
I do like bar soap.
Yep. They sent you some bar soap. Oh,
that's nice, man.
Mando controls body odor anywhere. And you can control it anywhere. Go to shop.mando and get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% off with promo code 6 feet. Save over 40%, man. Go to the link in the description. Got all kinds of stuff.
Does smell good. It does smell
It does smell good. So we got all kinds of stuff, man. People, apparently these sponsors actually want to
do we think
be a
people
part
think
of
we
this.
stink?
They probably do. They
Well,
probably
we
think
do.
you do.
I look like I
Dead
stink.
men typically stink.
Formaldehyde.
Well, Mark,
This one right here may have done it.
you say that on the end of every episode.
I know, but this one was actually really bad.
It wasn't the best. But you showed up. That was good. You're a little under the weather.
It's okay.
It's okay. All right.
I mean, we got a little bit of equity built up, right?
A little bit. They'll forgive us on this one, I think. They'll expect something big next week.
They're going to be so disappointed.
All right. Thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe. Head over to our not Shopify. Jesus.
What are you thinking, man?
Head over
Who are you promoting?
You can go over to 6feetundermerch.com, which is ran by Shopify, and be able to buy some merch. Go to our Spotify and follow us. Go to Apple Podcast and follow us. And go to YouTube and follow us.
Yeah.
And subscribe and comment and all those things.
Yeah, I'm guaranteeing we ain't making $1 million.
We got to get to 1 million.
We ain't getting to $1 million.
Got to get to 1 million. We're almost at 500,000.
I'm going to sabotage the whole thing.
Well, our next guest will help us get to 1 million.
That's true.
All right. Thank y'all very much. Thank you, Mark. We'll see everyone next week, I guess, hopefully.
Maybe.
Fingers crossed.